Deathrow is a 2002 game developed by Southend for the original Xbox. It's a sports game, sort of. Have you ever played the 1988 game Speedball? Of course not, no one has. Deathrow is a combination of ultimate frisbee, basketball, and hockey, with a bit of a football aesthetic and form tackles thrown in for flair. It is also a brutal beat 'em up. Yes, you can win by just beating the living hell out of everyone and going for a team KO. Or you can just score the most goals or something, whatever. Let's talk gameplay. Two 4-player teams face off in wildly varying arenas. The smaller arenas are usually harder, but we'll get to that later. The disc is placed in the center of the arena, and the two teams dive for it. You can shoot with the B button or pass with the A button. If you tackle or punch an opponent, they will drop the disc. 3 players fight it out in the field, while usually one hangs back to play goalie. You want to make absolutely sure that the person playing goalie is not you. If it is, you will get dunked on repeatedly because playing goalie is really, really hard, and the CPU is great at it, so leave it to them. If you're playing this in multiplayer, well, congratulations on getting that time machine up and running. Any chance you can go back and prevent the Great Recession? It would really help my investment portfolio. I'm just kidding. I don't have an investment portfolio. Okay, while this game was multiplayer focused, single player is the name of the game, if you play it today. Not to worry though, because it sports a full single player campaign called Conquest Mode. This mode gives you credits that you can use to heal your players between rounds or matches and buy better players for your team. A second currency is used to grant unlocks for free mode, where you can pick any team and play against any opponent in any arena. Since most of the tougher teams have to be unlocked, you have the incentive to replay things to earn those unlocks. So, why is playing with a tough team appealing? Well, for that explanation, we need to talk about the negatives. Deathrow is hard, like a needlessly steep difficulty curve hard. On normal difficulty, it is easily the hardest sports game I have ever played. Clearing a tough team can take over an hour of repeated attempts and failures. Part of the issue is with the arenas. Small arenas are hard because you're getting whacked from every direction and the enemy is usually stronger than you. Imagine being trapped in a cardboard moving box with a bear. You're not making it out of there alive. Also, the enemy AI is good. Almost too good at times. They can move the disc around and play as a team. You cannot. You control the disc carrier most of the time. This means it is hard to support your team or play offense because your team loves to pass you the disc, even if you aren't ready for it. Want to take out the opponent's goalie so your teammate can score? Tough shit, because as soon as you get within striking range, the disc will be passed to you and cause a turnover. Want to fight an opponent? Well, when the disc gets past you, that's an instant turnover, since you cannot fight while holding the disc, and the transition is so fast you won't be able to adjust for it in time. The friendly AI is trapped between two, at times contradictory directives. Score and get the player the disc at all times. I have had teammates literally intercept my shot in midair, preventing a score, and passing it right back to me, causing a turnover. Sometimes you are honestly better off just hanging back and letting the AI attack on its own. At least that way they will try to score on their own when they get the chance. The enemy AI works in tandem, since they're not trying to force a pass to any one character at the most inopportune of times. There's also the issue of the charge shot. The charge shot takes time, but it can take out an enemy goalie or anyone else, like your teammates. I cannot tell you how many times I had a shot charged up and a teammate ran into a passing lane right in front of me, blocking my shot and getting themselves knocked out in the process, causing a death row, which is where the game gets its name from. These gripes are minor, but they add up when the AI is so efficient at passing, dodging, fighting, and scoring. Anyone who says AI enemies are brain dead needs to try Deathrow's hard mode. Adding to the frustration is the way the game feels kind of floaty. Fighting is kind of like boxing while wearing skates, you just sort of drift around. A lock-on feature would have done wonders here. Plus, the other team will heal their plays between rounds, so good luck taking down all 3 of their health bars to earn that KO victory. Okay, so what do I like about this game? Well, when it works, it really works. The gameplay is fast and furious. Fighting, scoring, deflecting goals, and tackling opponents is exhilarating. When you get a good match going, you feel the momentum swinging back and forth in a way few sports games can match. It's also scathingly funny. The game takes place in a consumerist dystopia that would be right at home in the movie Idiocracy. You get all these fun little advertisements for fictional companies that are just deliciously twisted. The profanity, the celebration of violence, the subtle nods to all sorts of societal vices make you wish you had more insights into the lore. I can totally see a stripped-down version of this functioning as a mini-game in Advent Rising or some other futuristic third-person Xbox game. South End just fully realized the concept, added a bunch of features, and made it a standalone title. And good for them. When it works well. This game is fun, albeit a bit quirky. It's no wonder that Deathrow was awarded IGN's 2002's Best Game Nobody Played award. So hey, if you're in the mood to toss some discs and dish out some bone-bending shoulder tackles, give Deathrow a try. Just maybe start off on easy mode because Jesus Christ.
The good thing about you military types is that you know how to crawl in the dirt.
The Geneva Convention doesn't say anything about crushing losers.